They say wealth changes everything, but for Monaco Zeus, it built an entirely different world. From a poor European village to the marble halls of a $240 million cliff-top palace, Zeus lives a life few can imagine, and even fewer will ever see. Private jets with gold-trimmed cabins, yachts larger than city blocks, fashion designed exclusively for him, and a garage filled with multi-million-dollar classics. This is not just wealth, this is a legacy carved in luxury. But beneath the glamour lies a story of bold risk, relentless ambition, and a quiet generosity that reshaped lives far beyond Monaco's golden shores. Welcome back to Inside the Billionaires, where we explore the private lives and fortunes of the world's richest. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss what comes next. In this video, we take you deep inside the extraordinary world of Monaco Zeus, where success meets sophistication and every sunrise begins with champagne and the sound of ocean waves. Stay with us. What you're about to see may redefine everything you thought you knew about the billionaire elite. Before the gold, before the yachts, before the cameras, there was only hunger. Not for food, but for something greater. Monaco Zeus was born in a forgotten corner of Europe, where wealth was a distant dream and opportunity a rare visitor. He grew up surrounded by hard work, modest meals, and quiet sacrifice. But even as a boy, he had eyes that looked far beyond the fields and factory walls, eyes that saw markets, empires, and futures waiting to be claimed. While his peers chased stability, Zeus chased risk. At 20, with nothing more than intuition and borrowed courage, he invested in a rising tech startup at a time when few even knew what digital disruption meant. That one decision ignited a chain reaction of success, transforming a nameless dreamer into a rising force in Europe's financial scene. But this wasn't luck. It was foresight, discipline, and a refusal to live an ordinary life. Zeus didn't want comfort, he wanted control. And from the moment that investment paid off, he never looked back. What followed was a global ascent fueled by bold choices, sharp timing, and a vision only a few men in any century ever possess. After his first major successes, Monaco Zeus did what few dared even dream of. He built a sanctuary that would rival royalty. High above the glittering streets of Monte Carlo, perched on a private hillside, stands his masterpiece, a $240 million mansion carved into the cliffs of the Riviera. This is no ordinary residence. It's a modern-day palace, a seamless blend of old-world grandeur and contemporary perfection. From its towering marble columns to its gold-trimmed chandeliers, every inch of the estate speaks one language: quiet power. Inside custom-made furniture, imported from Milan, sits atop hand-woven Persian rugs. A grand staircase spirals beneath a ceiling painted in 24-karat detail. Floor-to-ceiling windows flood the home with sunlight framing the Mediterranean as if it were a moving painting. At the rooftop, a private pool glistens under the sky. It's where Zeus starts his mornings, not with meetings or emails, but with silence, sun, and the sea. For guests, every visit feels like stepping into a dream. But for Monaco Zeus, this estate isn't just a home, it's a statement that luxury, when done right, doesn't shout, it whispers. But for Monaco, Zeus' luxury isn't confined to land. When the Mediterranean sparkles under the afternoon sun, that's when his world truly comes alive. From the hills of his palatial estate, he often watches his personal fleet of superyachts glide into the bay, each one a floating kingdom crafted to his exact taste. These aren't ordinary vessels. Each yacht in his collection is a masterpiece of engineering and opulence, grander than most homes and far more exclusive. Think private cinemas with velvet seating, marble dining salons overlooking the sea, and rooftop pools where champagne flows as freely as the ocean breeze. Some of these yachts are so vast, guests have joked you could land a helicopter on the deck, and Zeus often does. No two are alike. One is designed like a five-star resort, another like an art gallery at sea. Here, parties aren't just social events, they're legends. Under moonlight and soft music, billionaires, royals, and film stars toast to life at sea, drifting far from the world below. Because on the open water, Zeus isn't just wealthy, he's untouchable. For most, travel is a necessity. For Monaco, Zeus, it's an extension of his personal domain, seamless, silent, and stunning. When he leaves the sea behind, he doesn't return to airports. He ascends into the skies aboard his private fleet of jets and helicopters, each more refined than the last. His primary aircraft, a long-range jet outfitted to his exact specifications, is less of a plane and more of a flying estate. Polished walnut panels, soft leather recliners, and gold-accented fixtures welcome him aboard. There's a dining room that rivals five-star restaurants, a master suite with its own marble-lined bath, and a lounge where he hosts private meetings at 40,000 feet. Technology hums quietly in the background. Encrypted Wi-Fi, in-flight cinema, ambient lighting, synced to his circadian rhythm. Whether crossing continents or escaping for a quiet weekend in the Caribbean, Zeus flies not for convenience, but for control. For shorter trips, his helicopters provide elegant precision. From his mansion's private helipad, he can reach his yacht, an alpine retreat, or a private event in minutes, no traffic, no waiting, no interruptions. Because in Zeus's world, the sky isn't the limit. It's just another place he calls home. Style for Monaco. Zeus is not a matter of vanity, it's an expression of sovereignty. In a world where appearances speak volumes, his wardrobe doesn't whisper. It commands the room. While others browse boutiques, Zeus commissions. His clothing isn't selected, it's conceived. Crafted by the hands of Europe's most elite tailors, every garment is custom-made, measured precisely to his frame and lifestyle. From hand-stitched Italian suits to silk cashmere ensembles meant for leisurely yacht evenings, nothing he wears is off the rack. He moves effortlessly between classic formality and quiet luxury. A tuxedo from Tom Ford one night and a relaxed linen ensemble by Loro Piana the next. Accessories. Nothing short of investment-grade timepieces from Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet, each with a story. Leather goods stitched by Hermès artisans flown in for private consultations. Runway shows he doesn't attend them, they come to him. Top designers present their next collections aboard his yacht or inside his Monaco penthouse in exclusive previews tailored for an audience of one. For Zeus, fashion is not for attention. It's a standard, a signal, and above all, a reminder that true luxury isn't what you wear. It's how precisely it fits your life. While some collect for prestige, Monaco Zeus collects for permanence. His home is not just a residence, it is a curated museum, a living archive of beauty, history, and power. Art surrounds him not for show, but because it speaks to a deeper hunger for meaning, mastery, and immortality. In a private gallery beneath his estate, original works by Pablo Picasso line the walls, not prints, not reproductions, but brushstrokes born from the artist's own hand. His collection spans the Blue Period, the Cubist era, and rare pieces never seen by the public. Alongside them sit sculptures by Giacometti hand-fired ceramics from Kyoto and manuscripts written centuries ago by candlelight. But Zeus's eye for the extraordinary goes far beyond art. His garage holds automotive rarities that most collectors can only dream of custom-built Ferraris, vintage Aston Martins, and a Rolls-Royce once owned by European royalty. His timepiece collection is equally legendary, featuring tourbillons and grand complications created in editions of one. Then there are the technological oddities, diamond-encrusted phones, first-generation gadgets plated in gold, and gaming consoles modified by luxury ateliers. To Zeus, each object tells a story not of wealth, but of what it took to deserve it. Because in his world, the rarest possessions are not acquired, they are earned. To outsiders, Monaco Zeus lives above the clouds, untouchable, unreachable. But within the circles that truly matter, he's not just known, he's remembered. His social calendar is stitched with exclusivity soirees aboard his yacht during the Monaco Grand Prix, masked galas in Venice, and midnight dinners on private islands where guest lists are more guarded than royal vaults. A single evening in Zeus's world might include world leaders, Oscar winners, and heirs to empires all sharing wine music and moments no camera will ever capture. But behind the velvet ropes and crystal glasses lies a deeper force purpose. Zeus is not merely a man of means, he's a man of legacy. Through private foundations and discreet donations, he funds pediatric hospitals, conservation programs, and scholarships for students whose brilliance outpaces their circumstance. He doesn't seek headlines. In fact, he avoids them. To him, giving is not a gesture, it's an obligation of those who've seen beyond survival and now have the power to shape futures. Because true greatness isn't just measured in what you possess, but in what you leave behind. It's easy to look at Monaco Zeus and see only the wealth, the yachts, the jets, the gold-threaded suits. But what's more valuable is the mindset that built it all. He didn't inherit a kingdom. He built one by seeing what others ignored by investing, when others hesitated by thinking not in years, but in decades. Zeus teaches us a quiet truth. Wealth isn't just about money, it's about decisions. In a world where most people play not to lose, he played to win with vision, with courage, and with patience. Whether you're managing a small retirement fund, launching a late-in-life business, or simply trying to leave something behind for your family, the lesson remains the same. Play long, think bold, move with purpose. And remember, true luxury isn't the jet. It's the freedom to choose when and why to take off. If this story inspired you, give this video a like and share it with someone who still believes it's too late to dream big. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a deeper look inside the world of extraordinary wealth and vision. And tell us in the comments, what would your version of freedom look like? Thank you for watching Inside the Billionaires. We'll see you in the next story.